Katie Holmes's life story reads like a modern-day fairy tale, one filled with stardom, romance, upheaval, and reinvention. From a Midwestern upbringing to the bright lights of Hollywood, from a high-profile marriage to private motherhood, Katie Holmes has lived her life under the unforgiving glare of the spotlight. Yet, through all the triumphs and trials, she has emerged not as a cautionary tale, but as a symbol of grace, quiet strength, and enduring authenticity. Born on December 18, 1978, in Toledo, Ohio, Katie Holmes was the youngest of 5 children in a devout Catholic household. Her father, Martin Holmes Sr., a respected lawyer, and her mother, Kathleen, a homemaker and community advocate, raised their children with discipline, faith, and traditional values. Katie attended Notre Dame Academy, an all-girls Catholic school, where she was both academically gifted and artistically inclined. As a child, Katie displayed an early flair for performance. She participated in school plays and local theater, catching the attention of modeling scouts when she was only 14. After attending a talent convention in New York City, Holmes was encouraged to pursue acting, setting her on a path far from the quiet suburban life she once knew. Katie's defining moment came in 1997, when she landed the role of Joey Potter on Dawson's Creek. The show debuted in 1998 and quickly became a television landmark for a generation. Her portrayal of Joey, the intelligent, independent, and emotionally complex girl from the wrong side of the creek, struck a chord with audiences around the world. Dawson's Creek catapulted Katie Holmes to international fame. With her natural beauty, expressive eyes, and grounded presence, she became the quintessential girl next door. For 6 seasons, she held her own alongside co-stars like James Van Der Beek and Joshua Jackson, and her performance earned her widespread acclaim. Yet, even at the height of her fame, Holmes remained humble and introspective, a quality that set her apart in an industry often defined by ego and excess. While Dawson's Creek made her a household name, Katie sought to prove herself beyond teen drama. During and after the series, she chose roles that challenged expectations. Films like Disturbing Behavior, 1998, and Go, 1999, introduced her to movie audiences, but it was Pieces of April, 2003, a small independent film that revealed her dramatic depth. Her performance as a rebellious daughter trying to reconnect with her estranged family drew critical praise and hinted at the serious artist behind the celebrity. Katie's most high-profile film role came in 2005, when she portrayed Rachel Dawes, the childhood friend and moral compass of Bruce Wayne in Batman Begins. The film's massive success brought her further visibility, but she chose not to reprise her role in the sequel, a decision that puzzled fans but foreshadowed her growing desire to control her own narrative. In 2005, Katie Holmes's life took an unexpected and intense turn. She began dating Tom Cruise, one of the most famous and powerful actors in the world. The relationship progressed rapidly, with Cruise's infamous declaration of love, jumping on Oprah Winfrey's couch, becoming an enduring pop culture moment. Soon after, Katie converted to Scientology, Cruise's religion, and embraced her role as half of the new power couple dubbed Tom Cat. Their daughter, Suri Cruise, was born in April 2006, and the couple married in an elaborate ceremony in an Italian castle in November of that year. Though the romance appeared magical on the surface, whispers of control and isolation circulated in the media. Holmes, once vibrant and outgoing, appeared increasingly guarded and reserved in public. The intense scrutiny took a toll. Rumors about the influence of Scientology, her lack of freedom, and her fading presence in Hollywood grew louder. Yet, behind the scenes, Katie was preparing to reclaim her life. In June 2012, Katie Holmes made a bold and shocking move. She filed for divorce from Tom Cruise, reportedly without warning, and requested sole custody of Suri. The decision was both courageous and strategic. It allowed her to swiftly separate from the Church of Scientology and regain autonomy, especially over her daughter's upbringing. Following the divorce, Holmes relocated to New York City, where she embraced a quieter life. She focused on motherhood, determined to give Suri a normal childhood despite their fame. The public, once skeptical, applauded her bravery and resilience. In the years that followed, Katie Holmes slowly rebuilt her career and her identity, this time on her own terms. In her post-divorce chapter, Holmes turned her attention to more meaningful and personal projects. She took on roles in smaller films, returned to the Broadway stage, and stepped behind the camera as a director and producer. Her directorial debut, All We Had, 2016, told the story of a mother-daughter duo battling poverty, a role that echoed her own dedication to her child. She also starred in historical dramas like The Kennedys, 2011, and The Kennedys After Camelot, 2017, where she portrayed Jacqueline Kennedy, showcasing a refined elegance that drew critical appreciation. Other roles in independent films and ensemble projects allowed her to work outside the commercial mainstream and experiment with storytelling. While Hollywood continued to evolve, Katie Holmes remained a consistent presence. Not as a blockbuster headliner, but as a thoughtful artist committed to her craft. Through all her fame and reinvention, Katie Holmes's most consistent and deeply personal role has been that of mother. She has repeatedly emphasized that raising Suri Cruz is her top priority. The two are frequently seen together in New York, shopping, walking, laughing, often without bodyguards or fanfare. Katie has managed to shield Suri from the worst of Hollywood's glare, a testament to her determination and devotion. In the world of Hollywood, wealth often arrives with noise, loud headlines, lavish parties, sprawling mansions, and glittering fashion statements. But Katie Holmes has taken a different path. Her financial story is not one of extravagance or scandal, but of intelligence, strategy, and quiet empowerment. As of 2025, with an estimated net worth of $25 million, Holmes has quietly crafted a fortune that mirrors her personal philosophy: understated, intentional, and independent. Her financial journey spans from the heights of teen stardom to the depths of media frenzy during her marriage and subsequent divorce from Tom Cruise, through a steady climb of reinvention as an actress, director, and brand ambassador. This is not simply a tale of how much she has earned, it is a story of how she earned it, and more importantly, why she chose to protect her freedom over the pursuit of wealth. Katie Holmes's introduction to fame and financial success came through her breakout role as Joey Potter on the television series Dawson's Creek, 1998-2003. As the soulful, witty girl from the wrong side of the creek, Holmes became a generational icon. Her portrayal resonated deeply with audiences, and the series' popularity translated into significant financial gain. During the show's peak, Holmes was reportedly earning $175,000 per episode, a substantial income for a young actress in her early 20s. Over 6 seasons and 128 episodes, this role not only established her fame, but also laid the foundation of her fortune. The residuals from the show, still aired in syndication, continue to generate income, giving her a lasting financial base. Unlike many young stars who squander their early earnings, Holmes managed her money wisely, staying grounded despite the sudden success. Transitioning from television to film, Holmes made deliberate choices, balancing mainstream appeal with independent artistic endeavors. She starred in several box office and critical successes such as Go, 1999, and Wonder Boys, 2000, which introduced her to adult audiences. The Gift, 2000, a supernatural thriller with Cate Blanchett. Pieces of April, 2003, an indie film that earned Holmes critical acclaim and showed her depth as an actress. Her biggest commercial film to date was Christopher Nolan's Batman Begins, 2005, where she played Rachel Dawes, the moral compass of Bruce Wayne. The film grossed over $370 million worldwide, and though her exact paycheck is undisclosed, it significantly boosted her value in Hollywood. Despite the film's success, Holmes turned down the sequel, suggesting she valued creative direction and personal boundaries over sheer profit. Though not all her films were hits, Holmes carefully curated her projects, never chasing fame at the expense of her values, a financial approach that preserved her integrity and prevented the burnout that many young actresses face. In addition to acting, Katie Holmes became a fashion icon, not by design, but by sheer elegance and minimalism. Her style, effortlessly chic and relatable, caught the attention of luxury brands. In the 2010s, she signed a lucrative deal as the face of Bobbi Brown Cosmetics, becoming the brand's first celebrity ambassador. The campaign reportedly earned her millions and positioned her as a refined, mature woman with classic beauty. She also entered into a partnership with Alterna Haircare as a co-owner and spokesperson, a rare move that showed business acumen. Her ownership stake gave her a recurring revenue stream rather than a one-time endorsement fee. One viral fashion moment, a cashmere bra and cardigan set by Katie, turned her into a sudden street-style icon. The image became a phenomenon, with the set selling out worldwide. Holmes didn't just wear clothes, she influenced markets, making her a valuable brand ambassador without needing a formal fashion label. Her fashion presence, though subtle, contributed steadily to her wealth. She may not own a global fashion house, but Katie Holmes turned her natural style into a source of income and cultural relevance. Perhaps the most public chapter of Holmes's life, and one with massive financial implications, was her marriage to Tom Cruise in 2006. At the time, Cruise was one of the most powerful actors in Hollywood, with an estimated net worth of over $600 million. Their whirlwind romance, her conversion to Scientology, and the birth of their daughter Suri Cruise captured global attention. One viral fashion moment, a cashmere bra and cardigan set by Katie, turned her into a sudden street-style icon. The image became a phenomenon, with the set selling out worldwide. Holmes didn't just wear clothes, she influenced markets, making her a valuable brand ambassador without needing a formal fashion label. Her fashion presence, though subtle, contributed steadily to her wealth. She may not own a global fashion house, but Katie Holmes turned her natural style into a source of income and cultural relevance. Perhaps the most public chapter of Holmes's life, and one with massive financial implications, was her marriage to Tom Cruise in 2006. At the time, Cruise was one of the most powerful actors in Hollywood, with an estimated net worth of over $600 million. Their whirlwind romance, her conversion to Scientology, and the birth of their daughter Suri Cruise captured global attention. However, when Holmes filed for divorce in 2012, the financial aspects became a central focus for the public. She reportedly signed a strong prenuptial agreement prior to the marriage, which limited her claims to Cruise's vast fortune. Many speculated she could have fought for more, but Holmes made a calculated decision. Rather than pursuing spousal support or contesting the prenup, she asked for and won sole custody of Suri and a modest child support agreement of $400,000 annually, totaling about $4.8 million until Suri turns 18. She also retained control over her daughter's education and upbringing, free from Scientology's influence. Holmes's decision stunned many, but it revealed her true wealth, her self-worth. She chose freedom over financial gain, understanding that long-term independence was far more valuable than a larger settlement from a high-profile ex-husband. Another crucial area of Katie Holmes's wealth is real estate. In 2012, after her divorce, she purchased a $3.8 million apartment in Chelsea, New York, offering her privacy and stability as she rebuilt her life with Suri. The apartment, secure yet modest by celebrity standards, reflected her new chapter. Elegant, independent and quiet. Over time, Holmes bought and sold properties in New York, staying close to Suri's school and maintaining a low-key presence. She did not invest in flashy Beverly Hills mansions or multiple estates. Her real estate choices have always been practical and emotionally rooted, an approach that has kept her expenses stable and her wealth preserved. Post-divorce, Holmes focused on building a career on her own terms. She directed and starred in All We Had, 2016, a gritty story of a struggling mother and daughter. Though not a commercial hit, it proved her ability to lead projects behind the camera and attracted critical attention. She continued to take roles in small-budget films, returned to Broadway, and participated in limited television projects. These choices may not have generated blockbuster checks, but they provided consistent income, industry credibility, and creative fulfillment. Combined with residuals from Dawson's Creek, brand partnerships, and speaking engagements, Holmes has maintained a sustainable and self-directed career, far removed from the noise of gossip columns and celebrity extravagance. Katie Holmes's estimated $25 million net worth may not dazzle in the same way as billion-dollar empires or luxury-driven lifestyles, but it tells a more meaningful story. It is the result of thoughtful decisions, personal sacrifices, and a steadfast commitment to privacy and purpose. In a world where celebrities are often pressured to chase more attention, more money, more fame, Holmes chose less and found more. She chose to raise her daughter away from the shadows of Scientology and media glare. She chose to work on projects that mattered to her rather than ones that promised the biggest paycheck. And she built her fortune not through spectacle, but through substance.